What's going on, everybody? Well, I figured I'd do a little bit of a day in a life. This one's actually going to be a video. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I do know that I am going to talk about a couple of things that I regret about moving into a bus. It's not exactly an easy life. You end up small confined spaces and stuff like that, and then you get hassled a lot. You really do. Now, I'm not going to put a number on how many reasons why or anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and tell them to you, and then we'll count them up at the end. And after that's all said and done, maybe I'll put a number on the end of the video, at least for the title anyway. And by the way, for those of you who've been watching, I took my glasses off for this for two reasons. One, the bridge of my face really, really hurts. These were the metal frame ones that had those little bridge legs on them, and as you can see, there's no more bridge legs on them, so every once in a while it digs in and I get, bleeding and stuff like that. The other reason was for the sake of the glare on the camera. But one of the reasons that I regret moving into a bus is mostly the hassle. It's a really big hassle living in a school bus. Doesn't matter if you have it painted, it doesn't matter any of that stuff. A lot of the times you end up having trouble getting insurance. The biggest problem is you always get harassed. I can honestly say that's one of the things that I regret the most, is how much I get harassed about the fact that I'm considered a homeless bum or a worthless dirty hippie. And honestly, it's a stereotype I don't think anybody deserves, but it is what it is. I can honestly say that another regret that I have is the amount of space and the drop in amenities. And I'm not talking like, the glit and glam stuff. I'm talking your basic stuff. Storage for dishes, food storage, power supply, stuff like that. Yeah, you can retrofit these things out and not have any issues, but you're never going to go back to landline stuff. I'll be completely honest on that one. So that's probably number 2. Number 3, which should be number 1, honestly, and I didn't want to start the video this way, but it should have been number 1, but I'm going to put it at number 3. And that's the fact that I hardly ever get to see my daughter. That's the hard one. Like, that's the real hard one. I was in my daughter's life every single day from the day she was born. I sacrificed my job because her mom wanted a career as a professional chef and had to work all the time. So I ended up being Mr. Mom for the first 8 years of my daughter's life. I ended up creating a company. It was an auto detailing company that offered window tinting service. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys my old business card. I did that so that I can still generate income and still be able to take care of my daughter. When she wasn't with me, she was in daycare, and then after she went to school, it got a little bit easier. But the fact of the matter is her mom never really wanted me in her life. She didn't really want me in my daughter's life that much either. Well, she got her way. If you watched my Big Sky video, you'll see the condo that I used to live in. That's the condo that I raised my daughter in. And even though it was expensive, it was still a good home. Now she's gone and sold that almost for $1 million. Like, not kidding. Regardless of the help, the finances, and any of the repairs and additions that I did, I received nothing. Now it's at the point where I hardly ever get to see her. And I mean literally, I hardly ever get to see her. So that's probably my third and most biggest regret about being in a bus, honestly. Simple fact of the matter is, my daughter knows that I'm not always happy because of how I live and what I was reduced down to. And so she doesn't really want to be around it that much. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her one bit. Half the time, I don't even want to be in this thing. But it is what it is, unfortunately. Because of what happened, I lost my auto detailing business. And that's one of the other reasons why I regret living in a bus, is because there's no room for my auto detailing equipment. So even if I wanted to start my company back up, I can't. I also don't have the power capabilities to be able to run the equipment that I had to be able to do the jobs that I once did. Mostly my truck. I haven't shown you guys too much about my truck, but I had a really nice one. If you watched my video where I was shooting water on the door of a black Toyota, that was my company truck. So I guess that, can be boiled down to number 4. Number 5 is you're always worried about whether somebody's going to break in or steal your stuff. I tried to hold on to as much as I possibly could. Didn't always work. Most of my stuff is in storage, and that's a real bummer, because even my daughter's bike that I bought her is in storage, along with the bed that I'm going to end up trying to put in here. And that's one of the reasons why I was doing the remodel. I got married, so I did a remodel to accommodate for my wife and her things, and to make the environment in this giant steel cage a little bit more tolerable. But I also needed a spot for my daughter to come and stay when she decided she wanted to, if we were going to go camping or anything like that. So it's a hard life. A lot of people like to brag about how great these things are. They're not always that great. As you can see, I'm sitting at my desk. I have my fly tying vise right here. It's one of the things that I put in so that I can have the comforts of something that I used to do. And every once in a while I'll tie a fly, I'll throw it up on here for you guys. But it's not enjoyable like it used to be. Now it just kind of turns into a little bit of an escape. I figured I would do that instead of drinking. Not a drinker. I also figured, this is one of those things that's mobile. So if I got tired of an area, I can just split. But that goes back to one of the hardest things about living in a bus. Most of the time, people won't let you stay anywhere. Campgrounds don't want you around. You park on the side of the road, you're considered a bum. You go to a rest stop, people take pictures of you, blast you up all over the internet, as if most people wanted that. I look back on it now, and I kind of wish I didn't go this route, but I didn't have any choice. I sold everything that I possibly could that was worth any money to be able to get this, so that I didn't end up sleeping underneath a bridge. So I honestly couldn't put a number on how many more things I've got, but I'll just leave it at about 5. Okay? So anyway, I'm gonna get going because I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I'm gonna be moving locations again. And this time where I'm going, hopefully I get to stay there for a couple of years. I do know it's gonna be a lot more peaceful, and I don't know what the cell service is gonna be like, but I guess I'm gonna find out. So, if I drop off on YouTube and I poke my head in every once in a while to post videos for you guys or throw shorts up or anything like that, it's because I had to find a place to be able to upload it, because I'm literally going out into the middle of nowhere, totally off grid. So I just figured I'd put this up just to put up a video. That way I've got a video in between all the different shorts that I've got. I got a couple other things that I'm going to do, a couple other mines that I'm going to show you and stuff like that. What, now that I can, honestly. And then after that, I'll try and do some fishing. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to whitewater this year, unfortunately. It's really not an easy thing for me to be able to get to. So I'll do the best I can. As far as YouTube goes, I jumped on here just to see if I can make something happen. I heard that after a certain while you can get monetized and everything else, so that's honestly what I was shooting for. And when I started posting content to my channel, I set a goal for myself. And that goal was hopefully reaching 1,200 subscribers in a full calendar year. And I want to thank every single one of you that has been watching my videos and watching the short feeds that I put up and liking and commenting and subscribing. Because of you, I'm closer to making that goal. Because that's an important one. Because if I make that goal, that means there's a chance that I might be able to get a little bit better off by doing YouTube and hopefully be able to see my daughter a lot more. I'm not going to lie. I'm on YouTube for 2 reasons. One, I want to show you guys cool stuff, and I like to voice my opinion. But I also like to be helpful, and I like to teach people easier, faster ways to do stuff. And the second reason, I'm honestly hoping to generate just a little bit of extra income. Okay? So there you have it. That's why I'm on YouTube. I honestly feel like I've got something to share, and I'm hoping to make a little extra money. The little extra money part, there's 2 reasons behind that. One of them is to hopefully be able to get a little bit better off financially so that I have an ability to see my daughter more often. And the other reason generates comments like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, my teeth. It's really, really expensive nowadays to get anything, let alone dental work done, especially to the extent that I need. And I'm at the point where I need implants. Otherwise, I'm going to be talking to you like this. And I don't know how well that would work. Especially not for me. So anyway, do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Share the videos with friends. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And then watch the videos all the way through. Because it helps all of us on YouTube. It really does. Some guys are on here just to be on here. I'm on here for a purpose. Alright? So, like I said, I'm going to get out of here. You guys take care, and I'll see you next time.